On a lonely heath near forest, thunder rolls as three witches meet and wait for Macbeth. Their words are strange, their promises dangerous, and their presence turns an ordinary battlefield into a place of prophecy. Before Macbeth even arrives, the scene asks a chilling question: are the witches revealing the future or creating it? Before Macbeth enters, the first witch tells the others about a sailor's wife who refused to share her chestnuts. The witches answer this small insult with a terrifying plan. They will torment the sailor with storms, sleepless nights, and endless suffering. The story shows that their power is not harmless prophecy. It is a form of revenge, and it prepares us to distrust every promise they make. Macbeth and Banquo enter the heath after battle. Macbeth describes the day as both foul and fair, repeating the witch's strange habit of joining opposites. The line quietly connects him to the supernatural world before he understands what is happening. Banquo, however, remains cautious. The figures look unlike ordinary people, and their presence makes the battlefield feel less like a place of victory and a threshold into uncertainty. The witches greet Macbeth with three titles: Thane of Glamis, Thane of Cawdor, and King Hereafter. The first title is already his, the second sounds impossible, and the third seems almost unimaginable. Yet the prophecy gives his ambition a shape. In a few words, the witches transform Macbeth from a victorious soldier into a man who begins to look at power as if it might belong to him. The witches turn to Banquo and speak in riddles. He will be lesser than Macbeth, greater than Macbeth, less happy yet much happier, and the father of kings though he will not be king himself. The paradoxes refuse to give him a simple answer. Unlike Macbeth, Banquo does not immediately chase the promise. He listens, questions, and senses that the supernatural message may contain a trap. Macbeth asks the witches to tell him more, but they vanish before answering. Banquo compares them to bubbles in the earth, leaving both soldiers unsure whether they have met real beings or something born from the troubled ground. The encounter gives Macbeth knowledge without certainty. Instead of closing the mystery, the disappearance makes the prophecy more powerful and more difficult to resist. Ross and Angus arrive with news that Macbeth has been given the title Thane of Cawdor. The second prophecy has come true almost immediately, making the witch's word seem impossible to dismiss. Banquo remains, where offers a warning. Dark powers may tell small truths in order to lead people toward a greater danger. Macbeth, however, begins to imagine that the final promise might also become real. Macbeth realizes that two of the witches' greetings have already come true. Alone with his thoughts, he considers whether the final promise could also be fulfilled. His imagination moves toward violence, even though no one has ordered him to act. The scene ends at the moment ambition becomes dangerous. The prophecy has opened a door, and Macbeth has begun to look through it.